Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Flick Experience with the host man Gabriel here, right in front of the live studio in the host man studios. I know that just sounds weird, and I know this video is a little late, but the reason why I don't know if you can see this, I have this baseball right here. The reason why I have this ball is because I'm in the mood for baseball season since it's coming up. I like baseball. I cheer for the teams, Oh, and since I have this baseball, I thought I might use this for a while just for fun and stuff, and also since baseball season's coming up, I would like to review for the summertime baseball classic film, which is this one called The Natural, the Robert Redford film directed by Barry Levinson, based on a 1952 book by Bernard Malamud. It also stars Robert Duvall, Glenn Close, Kim Basinger, Wilford Brimley, Barbara Hershey, Robert Prosky, and Richard Farnsworth, released in 1984. The Natural. Here's the thing. I was very surprised when I saw this film for the first time because I've seen other many baseball classics, like Field of Dreams, The Sandlot, and many more or other baseball films. But The Natural to me, which I haven't looked back at this film in a while back, but the first time when I saw this, I think maybe I was around I think in my early 20s or maybe 18, something like that. The Natural, it is a really well-made, great movie. Barry Levinson knows how to make cinematic with baseball, not because of the quality of the movie, but just the story in general. So what is The Natural about? It's about this man who is like in his mid-30s, follows Roy Hobbs, a baseball prodigy whose career is tragically derailed when he was getting his like chance to play in the pros in his late 20s, probably early 20s. He gets shot and gunned down by a mysterious woman. We don't know for what reasons. And then 16 years later, he comes back in his mid 30s, and this time he gets the chance to play ball for the New York Knights, which is supposed to be like a parody of the New York Yankees or so. Oh, but I could buy it. And at first, the team and his own manager despises him at first because he's too old to play on the team, which in reality most players retire around early 30s, but he feels he's too old for that. And I kind of like that it's a bit about a late bloomer finally getting his chance to do the thing that he wants to do instead of like what natural society does. And I bet there's even late bloomers out there that probably still want to get the chance. But this I like too. So at first he's denied at first, but when he gets it's a step out on the field, he hits a home run for the first time using a bat that he made when he was a kid called the Wonder Boy. Almost like a magical bat, not like in a magical superstitious way, but in a way that as soon when he was a kid, lightning struck down on one of his trees, and that's when he got the idea that I can make my own baseball bat. He's been preparing to play for this game for a long time, ever since like he and his dad were playing catch, and then he lost his father tragically from a heart attack. And now with this bat, this is like something to remind him, like this is me, this is what I want to do. Wonder Boy, show your stuff. And when he starts hitting the balls all the way up to home runs, I swear to God, it's like Babe Ruth second coming. The manager eventually takes him in. He plays right field for a while, and they're already starting to get at a good streak. Again, he's called like the natural because it's almost like he was born to play ball, and it just happens regularly. His team starts to accept him, and the team starts winning a lot more games in their league because they were like a crappy team, like last place in the standings, and now all of a sudden they're starting to rise up again. So it has also quite a bit of an underdog story. We also get a little bit of a love story too between Robert Redford's character, Roy Hobbs, and this girl played by Glenn Close named Iris. They fell in love once when they first met in their like early 20s. This is before Hobbs got shot. And he always dreams that they could be together and play ball together. And that's like he wants to live a happy life. But sadly, when he somehow died, but not quite, frankly, he forgets about her and she forgets about him. Not like in an amnesiac way, but they didn't think that they were together again. So later on in the film, Glenn Close is sort of remembering Hobbs, and she tries to go after him. Robert Duvall's character plays this news writer, the sports news writer that he wants to make a story for Roy Hobbs, Robert Redford's character, and he wants to know more about his backstory. Because keep in mind, since this is 16 years later, Roy Hobbs, Redford's character, he feels like he's lost like not his identity, but he just lost the will to trust anyone, and because somehow he has a secret behind his backstory, or since he really didn't die from his gunshot, since it was a flash wound, he decided to keep it a secret. He doesn't want anybody to like maybe fall in love or have a relationship with just anyone. He seems kind of a bit of a mysterious person, and I always like when characters have a backstory where it's never mentioned at all. Maybe tiny little pieces of it, but it's never ever mentioned. And now he's in like in a strict like no open zone, but I still want to see where this character is going. And then years later, Hobbs quickly becomes the star player, captivating fans with incredibly talent. The bat that he carves, Wonder Boy. Or again, this bat can like do it all. I wish they would sell that in like some sporting goods store. But later on, he's the pitcher at one point. Well, not like 1 point, but like he could pitch it. I mean, when he throws like a complete 100-mile fastball, even his teammates are surprised. It's like they're wondering like, I don't know, like how is this late bloomer guy all of a sudden getting the pros? We don't know for sure, but he's a natural talent. Later on in the film, Hobbs faces challenges, including the corrupting influence of fame, the pressure to perform, and the allure of a bribe to throw a game. Robert Prosky plays the judge. He's like their sleazy owner, and he's willing to do anything to find out how his backstory, where he comes from, maybe to corrupt him or throw away the team since he knows the team is losing like a lot of games. The manager for the Knights not willing to give the owner his team with like negotiations. It's a bit of a contract business, and he keeps bribing Hobbs's character to throw away the game with 5 grand, maybe 10 grand, and Hobbs says no, unless you tell me his story. And Roy Hobbs again refuses, and he doesn't want to. He later falls in love with Kim Basinger's character, which I think is just trying to seduce him, maybe as a distraction point on for a while. And then while he was distracted, and then later on he meets Glenn. He finally reunites with Glenn Close's character, and there's a great shot in the film where Glenn Close is all dressed up in white, and Robert Redford looks her up in the stands. It was she was seeing like sort of like an angel, but it was also like seeing the love of his life again for the first time. And it's this great shot just by them looking back at each other. Later on in the film, Hobbs slowly starts to decline his batting average, and the team starts to lose again, but they're still holding up on the streak. Later on in the film, Hobbs and the judge, well, with his other colleagues, they're still bribing him, saying, "If you don't do this and throw out of this game, then we found some little dirt on you." They blackmail him, finding out the real records behind him, that he was shot recently, but we don't know for rough reasons. Maybe there was a crime scene, and that the woman in the beginning of the film shoots him, probably because maybe she was jealous of him and that he didn't like her, and she killed herself. And he worries for a second that will ruin his reputation. Again, the judge is like literally telling him and either throw away the game or leave, or I'll expose this. And I like how Robert Redford's character, which by the way, he's a great actor and all, he's taking a stand for him, saying, "No, go ahead, do what you want. I'm here to play for the love of the game." And Iris is with me too, and stuff. The movie, and then also like in the novel, it explores the themes of fate, ambition, and greatness. It's about like the passion of the game, and also finding your way in time. And that even at any age, it's never too late to do the thing that you love to do. And I think a lot of other like people that have like dreams in this, whether early bloomer or late bloomer, there is still time. Time is on your side. There is no limit. It will come to it, and that's what Roy Hobbs' character is doing. He's there for the love of the game, as well as battling the corrupting influence of fame, and also just how the league works. He's just there to play for the game, and I think majority of like even to now regular baseball players, they're there to play the game, to have fun, because that's the thing they've always wanted to do since childhood. Play the best American League sport of all time, and that's what the movie is portraying of. Later on in the film, he gets poisoned by Kim Basinger's character, and it starts to get or to cause a little bit of liver damage. We don't know if it was confirmed for sure. He's in the hospital for a couple of days. Iris, Glenn Close's character, comes to meet him in the hospital and just says, "We're like, hey, I have a son on with me. He's a fan of yours. Why not just come away with me and we can live a good life? Just life of playing baseball, living as a family. It's like you don't have to keep playing this, and this could severely kill you if you keep playing with baseball. If that since that's already into your liver." And Robert Redford again. He cares for her. He cares for his team. He has strong commitment, saying like, "I want to play this game. I've worked too long to be here. I've been playing baseball my whole life. This is my chance." It wasn't like trying to prove to anybody. He was just wants to play the game because that's the thing he loves to do. And I respect what this character does. Later on, towards the climax of the film, the New York Knights are taking on again, and I think it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this is like the one of the league champions in games is or like the first round of the playoffs. Hobbs comes in and he's trying his best, but still he hasn't made any homers. And this is right after he gets back into play from being hospitalized. And finally, I think this scene here, which is the final scene in the film, spoilers if anybody hasn't seen it, this is what I called very cinematic moment in baseball. Now, some people might find it cliche, but I don't think it's not. The Knights are down by 2 runs, and he's already got players from first base to third base. His 2 outs, one away. Hobbs comes in with his Wonder Boy, hits the ball all, but sadly it's broken. The lightning strikes. His famous Wonder Boy bat is breaking to bits, and he just feels like almost like he lost a reputation. But luckily, the Bat Boy, who is a friend of Roy Hobbs, makes another bat for him, the Savory Special. Since they both worked on this bat together, he lets him borrow his bat, a custom-made bat made from the Bat Boy, and he tries it again. He steps up to the plate. The ball throws at him, whacks it all the way to center field, but not just to center field, it's way out into the light outfield as the light skies. And I really like the cinematography, how it shows it's the entire fans, the sections of the stadium, and the light ice too. It is a great shot on what baseball is like when you step onto a baseball park. That's what every fan dreams of every time when you go to a game like this. So, the ball hits right into the light post, and it just scatters all over. The light cracks, the glass light ice sparkle, boom, boom, everywhere. It was almost like fireworks, but that was declared a home run. Hobbs is in shock of awe. Everyone cheers for the fan. It is pretty much the most iconic scene ever. You get the slow motion of running all bases with having joy. It is a walk-off home run, and it was like a huge moment for baseball to himself, not just for his career, but just his personal life. Not just winning the team, but he was just happy that he gets to finally play the game and probably end his career on a good terms. I mean, he's been playing that for a long time now, for maybe a few years or so, and he finally got to do it. The late bloomer finally got a chance, and I really admired the story. All right, the final scene is with him retiring with Glenn Close. Now as a dad, he's playing catch with his son, just like he was when he was a young kid at the beginning. The movie goes by pretty fast and quick. There's a lot like opening and fade to black transition scenes, but it's a really great movie. How this is a character with limited backstory, but he's just there to play the game, even if it's been a long time until he gets the chance. This is one of those like moments where a character finally gets to do that he loves, and he's been preparing for his life, but he's just there just for the fun of it. And I really like this film. I'm gonna give this film 5 out of 5 G stars. That's right. Hi, it is a big A+ to this. Playing for the love of the game. That's for many baseball fans out there too that would like this game. And so they would love this film. Go see it, The Natural. I shit you not. Robert Redford's a great actor. The whole cast is amazing. If you're a fan of the book, or if you're a fan of this movie, I recommend you watch this film. Watch it with your sons if you have to. So yeah, that's my take on The Natural. Hopefully, I could review more summertime blockbusters down on the road. Since right now we're still in March, but still baseball season's coming up. We're in the spring training session, so let's see how that goes. So there you have it, guys. That will be my review of The Naturals. Oh, again, I know this is a late episode. I was gonna post this either from yesterday or later tonight, or even Sunday. But I do, but sometimes I need to have the time to do this stuff. But luckily, I'm still here. We're still here up for season 4. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram on GFB_Hostman. I'll say that at the end of this video or at the end podcast episode on audio format. You can listen. You can either go to this on YouTube or go to any of the platforms on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all of the podcasting platforms. I am right there. Follow all of my later seasons from season 1 to 3 up until 4. And we'll put season 4 up here on YouTube. And who knows? Maybe I could do more stuff with this. So, as usual, this is the Hostman saying to you all, play ball and good night, everyone.